Hi, this is Dr. Kirk Gair of Laser Chiropractic, and I wanted to welcome you to one of our first broadcasts here on my YouTube channel. What I want to talk about here really briefly is just some nutrition tips that you should follow if you've been injured. If you go on my website, laserchiropractic.net, you can see this handout here, Dr. Gair's Post-Injury Diet Guidelines. And it's really important for patients to follow a healthy diet after they've been injured, because foods can either cause you to heal faster and decrease inflammation, or they can actually create a lot of inflammation. And some of the really common foods that people have on a daily basis actually make their injuries worse. This is something that even if we're doing the latest techniques with cold laser or with ionic detox, that if a person's diet is very poor, we have a lot more difficulty, again, to heal up faster. This is especially true with some of the athletes that we work on. One of the limiting factors as far as in how fast the patient gets better is what are they putting into their body on a daily basis. Because if the foods that they're eating are nutritionally deficient, or if they have a lot of inflammatory components in them, then it makes it very difficult to have as good of a recovery as they should. So again, if you go on the webpage, you'll see this little handout you can download here. And basically, one of the things that you want to do after you've been injured is to try to minimize the amount of inflammation that can occur. And one of the ways to do that is to try to eat foods in their most natural state possible. Especially what should be the background or the backbone of each of your meals should be a lot of fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, especially the vegetables. Vegetables have a very alkalinizing property to them that they'll actually decrease the inflammation in your body, whereas when you're eating other types of foods, like say cheese, for example. Cheese has a very acidic property to it that can actually make your body tissues more inflamed and more acidic. There's actually a scale, an alkaline versus an acidic scale that can be applied to foods. And when we look at that, one of the most inflammatory foods is cheese, especially Parmesan cheese. And for some people, they make that a big staple of their diet every day. Other foods that can create inflammation, especially when we're dealing with an injury, will be some of the common foods that people eat every day. And I'm not saying that these foods are bad for you, but if you're dealing with an injury, reducing them or even eliminating them temporarily can be a big boon in decreasing inflammation in your body and helping you to heal faster. For example, dairy products. I already mentioned cheese, but dairy products like milk and like yogurt. For certain individuals, those can create more inflammation in the body. Others include grains. A lot of people hear about whole grains being what people need to add into their diet for the fiber and for the health benefits of it. However, grains have been shown to be very inflammatory. So when you're dealing with a fresh injury and you've already got inflammation as your body's trying to heal, the last thing you want to do is to put foods into your body that create more inflammation. So what I recommend for my patients when they've been injured is at each of their meals, just try to think of the same thing. You want to get a few ounces of a very clean serving of protein, like say some chicken or some turkey. I recommend organic choices so that way you don't have as many hormones or as many pesticide residues or antibiotics in the food. So do a few ounces. I usually recommend say 2 or 3 ounces, which 3 ounces is going to be roughly the size of a deck of cards. And for your sides, try to get some fruit and some vegetable on there. Especially for the vegetables, I recommend steamed. Don't ever do those microwave cook and bag ones, because when you do that, you can actually absorb a lot of the plastics from the bag that the vegetables are packaged in into the vegetable. So that's really not very healthy for you. There's a lot of research that shows that those BPAs that get absorbed during that process can be very disruptive to the endocrine system. So I would recommend getting a vegetable steamer. You can get those at Costco, Walmart, any Kmart store like that, Target. Run you $20 to $30, and you can steam fresh vegetables like broccoli, like carrots, cauliflower, green beans, those type of things. You want to have those with regularity. Brown rice is another food that's good to have. Again, if you get the steamer, it's going to be very easy to make. And also a wide variety of brightly colored fruits and vegetables. You want to try to get as many different colors as possible. And you want to avoid the processed foods. You want to avoid the prepackaged meals. You want to avoid pancakes, all the different cereals and milk, etc. Those are things you want to avoid in the meantime while you're dealing with an injury. So this is part 1 of our anti-inflammatory diet, and please be sure to subscribe to our channel. There's going to be a lot more videos coming up. I also welcome any email suggestions for any topics you'd like to see us cover in the future. Thank you and have a great day.